Yo, everybody. Al, welcome to the Everything
Everything
But
but
Football
football
show.
show.
Sorry for the delays.
It's my fault.
Certain times, certain confusions with people and stuff like that, but it's cool. Um, I'm assuming you guys watched the season finale. Andrew, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my god.
No, I haven't watched it. Yeah, very satisfying. Very good. Prime. I like this series better than One Division. Um, Overall, I like this series better than One Division. I loved how they got to him appearing in this suit right from the start of the season, from the episode, and didn't build it up like halfway through he appears or something like that. Really like it. Looked really good. I also like that he doesn't have the super soldier serum. He's a normal guy basically, and he was having trouble fighting Batroc, I think. Um, Really good. I knew Sharon Carter was the power broker from the episode that the first episode she came in. Um,
Yeah,
Bucky was good in it. I hopefully it leaves it. Well, big news is that there's going to be a Captain America 4 with these characters, so that's good. And possible Steve Rogers project as well. It's on the horizon to bring him back, so that's pretty good. Not as Captain America, but just as Steve Rogers, which would be pretty good. I was a bit. Oh, I loved the bit with Isaiah Bradley at the end as well, getting his moment in history as well recognised. The bit that perturbed me, Prime, is how forgiving they were of John Walker. You
what
know
do you
what I
mean?
mean? Well,
What do you mean?
he wasn't really punished, was he, for murdering someone? Was he really? He
What?
wasn't punished.
Wait, do you mean the U.S. government?
Yeah, they didn't really. Well, I shouldn't say that's really a surprise, but and then he really,
Well, he got pardoned because he's a war hero.
I know, but I just feel
Andrew, multiple heroes have done far worse.
let's just concentrate on this episode before we go into something like that.
But it's true. It's true though. That I get
um,
why they forgave. I get what you mean. The pace of it was a bit off. It almost felt like it was just like a snap of the fingers, and it sort of always. I get what you mean. I don't really think he did, apart from saving like a few people. I don't really think he did much to get their forgiveness so soon.
no, it's not even that really. I sort of chose some words, but like, yes, like, I know he's pardoned for his war stuff. That's fine, but then he's basically been set up now in this new cushy role as U.S. agent.
Mm.
Like that. Who else was in it? Mm, yeah, yeah. I thought it was
It's
pretty good.
interesting that look they are building towards the I don't know what they're going to call them, but the Dark Avengers or the
Yeah, like
Thunderbolt
the Thunderbolts or something like that. I think they're called the
with
Thunderbolts.
US agent.
Yeah, US agent. Zemo's around still.
Mm.
So that was pretty good. Yeah, I thought it was a very good end to a very good series. I thought. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's somewhat earned the mantle of Captain America, but I still don't think he should have it.
Well, we didn't have it. He went back to Falcon in the comics after a couple of years, so they've still got.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
mean,
said, the big news is Captain America. There's going to be a Captain America 4 film. So
I think that's a bad idea, personally. I think that's a very bad idea. It's going to make money, obviously, so it will be successful. I just think it's a bad idea.
It's a
There's already too
questionable
many
idea.
movies anyway. It's bad. It's too many. There's too many movies anyway. You might as well just keep this for Disney Plus.
Mm.
maybe, but maybe they're not planning another series of this. Maybe they're
They
not
should.
planning. They
Doing
should.
another
You're right.
movie. What? So you're going to do
Remember,
another trilogy of movies with what's his name, Sam and Bucky. That's
They're-
3 more movies that you don't really need to make.
I get what
You
you
could
mean. Do you want to
spend
go?
that trilogy on what?
they're bound to make a lot more content with these characters though. After this series is setting them up as main, or attempting to set them up as main characters and get them more won over with the fans. So if they're going to set up Falcon as the new Captain America, then they're bound to either profit off of it with more films and make more money, or just continue with their story anyway. But I get what you mean. I get why you might think it's a bad idea. I don't really mind, to be honest, what they do. I'll just watch whatever, even if it's shit. I'll watch it if it comes out.
Because they're probably going to make an Eternal sequel, and they're going to make more Shang-Chi films. That's
Maybe.
6 films. That is. I mean, I think it's unnecessary because I don't think we need them in the franchise. But whatever, that's six films already. Plus, they will. I know they're doing a Riri Williams TV series, but they're also going to make a film about it, probably. They're also going to do another trilogy of Spider-Man films. They're also going to introduce the Fantastic Four. There's going to be quite a few X-Men movies. And I'm not even including the X-Men team-up films itself, just like the standalone ones. Like, it's already too much.
Oh, you say that.
Maybe the MCU is dead.
No, because you're already clamoring for Loki. That's
You're
struggling to get through the next 6 weeks.
But post Loki.
No, it's what it's doing. It's a soft, not a reboot, but it's just a soft transition. It's in the transition at the moment.
To be fair, the only thing I'm really looking forward to is Doctor Strange. Yeah, that's about, in terms of what's already confirmed and announced.
Right.
That's the only thing I'm really looking forward to. Maybe Fantastic Four and X-Men, depending when that comes out. But as of yet,
I agree with Prime. There's not much that really.
Well, no, Guardians, but again, they're only starting to film, Thor 4 they're starting to film.
I don't know why you guys wouldn't be excited, man. They hardly ever miss. I'd be excited by it.
No, I don't mean. I mean,
they have a great track record.
True,
fantastic.
Yeah, you're right. Marvel is the John Obi Mikel of movies.
But the thing is, Andrew,
what
Prime means is like, there's certain films where you have a lot of hype towards, and then there's others where, I'll watch it. It'll be enjoyable. I can talk about this. Like, that's what the next set of Marvel content, bar Loki, I think, will be until Doctor Strange.
I understand. There's Eternals. It's probably the Hawkeye series. I think they've wrapped filming on that early this month. So
they started Doctor Strange filming this week.
Doctor Strange filming. They started She-Hulk series filming as well.
She-Hulk could be interesting.
She-Hulk could be interesting very much as well. But I'm interested in the Moon Knight series of Oscar Isaac in the main role and Ethan Hawke in that. I'm looking forward to that. Doctor Strange 2, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is going to be. The visuals I predict on that is just going to be insane. Special effects and everything's going to be insane on that one. But the Eternals one, I'm going open-minded. Not really a big I haven't got really big info on the Eternals. Obviously, I know they're linked to Thanos and everything like that, or Thanos linked to them, the Celestials, essentially like that. I was the same with Guardians of the Galaxy though. Didn't know much about them, and I went to go see that film 5 times in the cinema, the first one. So and I never got bored going to see it. Even on the 5th time, even though I knew what was going to happen, I never got bored. Could surprise a lot of people. They put it in a September month, knowing that it's not a lot of people would know who they are. So if it does anything over $500 million, and I think that's a win for them, because then it's not a hot property that everyone knows about. Then you got the supposed end of the Spider-Man one. Whether that happens or not, I predict it won't. There'll be some deal announcement that he has to appear in another film anyway in the MCU. So that, and then it's on to next year. I
May
think
I ask who the director is for the Eternals? Does anyone know?
it's a lady. I think I can't remember her name though.
Okay.
Yeah, but Eternals could be it could be something. Could be a sleep. It could be a sleeper.
Chloe Zhao.
Ah, yes, that's it. Chloe Zhao. Yeah, it could be a
Okay.
sleeper. You know, I'm more than. Listen, an Eternals. Before I even knew what Eternals was, I was more excited for an Eternals project than say DC's version of having the New Gods or the Trench films, you know, coming out. So
I wasn't excited for the Eternals at all. Basically, the Eternals is just a filler movie.
maybe
Basically, it's basically like the only way they can think of to explain mutants and deviants and stuff. It's like the only way they can explain it by having a movie like that.
Prime, it might be also laying the groundwork for whatever the ultimate, whatever they go in direction, their ultimate big bad is for when they do their next Avengers films. Do you know what I mean? Like the ultimate big bad, like they did with Thanos as well. You know, something like that.
Okay, the next Avengers film, that will either be them taking on, so like the Thunderbolts or something, or
Maybe.
eventually Kang.
Maybe, yeah, Kang. It probably is Kang. What I'm
Because I think
saying
it's way too early to build to Galactus or to
yeah.
Doctor Doom.
But, well, yeah, maybe.
Oh, I did. He's in the group chat. So sorry.
Wait, can I ask a question about Galactus quickly?
Yeah.
I don't know too much on Galactus, although I know defeat fucking Galactus.
I didn't get any of that. Could you repeat that? Because you
How are you meant to defeat Galactus? How?
Oh, you can. Reed Richards came up a weapon.
A giant women surrounded him. He became a giant player. So he became, I know what the prize is here. It's a weapon. It's a weapon.
The Ultimate Nullifier.
That's right. Ultimate Nullifier.
Where Reed Richards threatened the use of the Ultimate Nullifier as a last-ditch effort to stop Galactus from destroying Earth, faced with the prospect of dying by Richards' activation of the Nullifier. Galactus withdrew.
Yeah.
The Nullifier later a player during Infinity War. The Nullifier. I mean, would it actually hurt Galactus or would it actually kill him? I don't know, because I don't think it's ever really been used, has it?
Just as long as he's not a goddamn stupid cloud like he was in those Fantastic Four films, like with the Silver Surfer, when he was just a big old cloud. That's all. Thunderbolts and lightning in it, and it'd be fine. Yeah, it could be something like that. It could be a Cabal, like it could be a Thunderbolts thing. Could be a other things like Doctor Doom. I mean, Doctor Doom for me is such a massive. It's my favorite villain in the Marvel
universe. They need to do it right. They need to give it justice.
But for me, he can go up against nearly anyone, like in the Marvel universe, and I really hope they don't. I know he'll appear in. He has to appear. I know he has to appear in the Fantastic Four films. I know he has to appear in them. It's only right. But then I hope they use him very well throughout other films as well. Or maybe he is an Avengers by himself. He's an Avengers level villain. So I would love him to do that.
Yeah, how they did him dirty in the 2015 Fantastic Four. That was a fucking disgrace.
This guy again.
He's also But the thing with Marvel is they tend to just. The thing with Marvel is they tend to use one villain and then get rid of them.
Yeah, but I hope they use him like Loki, but not like Loki. So I don't want any redemption for Loki or anything like this. I hope they use Doctor Doom like it's like he just pops up. You know, they defeated him, but they haven't defeated him, so he just pops up and Prime's gone. But so my hope is that. But let's get back to the actual. Did you watch the finale yet, Slens? I take it. Did you watch it? You haven't watched it yet. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious? You watched it. Come on, you've watched it. Oh my god. You seriously haven't watched it? What are you doing here?
You guys can talk, it's fine, man.
No, he hasn't watched the finale. He hasn't watched
All right,
the
you
finale.
guys do your thing, man. I know when I'm not welcome.
Ah.
All right, guys. All right.
Good Lord. I mean, you're really putting us on. No. Well, I
Do your
didn't
thing,
hear
man.
Will's.
I can't hear you. What did you say?
Can you hear us? Hello?
Barry.
Can you hear us? We can hear you.
Barry, we can hear you, Barry.
You.
Barry, we can hear you.
We can hear you. We can hear
Hello?
you speak.
Barry, can you hear me?
Put it in the group chat.
Why can't you guys just
Will.
talk about it? I don't
Wait,
understand.
Andrew, what did you say?
I said we could hear you.
Hear me what?
Very fun. Will.
No. I genuinely, what happened?
Nothing. We were going. Sens hasn't watched the finale yet, so I don't want to.
Sorry,
Is that what you meant by seriously, Brian?
Yeah. So I went serious because he jumped on the stream when we're going to talk about it, but is Will
Oh,
gone? Or is
but
he
we're
still
not.
there?
But again, we're not talking about it anymore.
Oh, okay. Oh, we finished.
Why?
Okay, yeah.
Why not?
Just because that's the way the conversation moved.
It's moved.
Okay,
There's no
cool.
set thing. Okay,
If you guys are gonna talk about, honestly, I can just watch in the background. It's fine. You guys
No,
do your thing.
that's all good. Yeah, so Doctor Doom. Yeah, so don't treat Doctor Doom as an ordinary villain, and don't treat him like Loki either. Treat him like as a constant threat, because he can go up against anyone and beat them. So
Something I don't like about Marvel is they tend to just have a villain and then you.
yeah, the
not
record
use
on
them.
villains isn't good. The record on villains is not good when it comes
So
to
they
that.
have
And
to come up with a good, like for example, now Loki is essentially kind of like
well, he's an anti-hero, isn't he? That's what he is. He's an
Demo's
anti-hero.
turned back up, but how much of a whatever he is right now.
No,
Baron
everyone loves him now
Zemo.
because he can dance.
I know Baron Demo's turned back up, but essentially, what threat is he going to possess? Because he could end up. What is he going to
Zemo.
possess? I dropped on the second movie.
Yeah. Well, Zemo's super
Thanos
rich.
ruined him in this. Yeah, and they ruined Thanos in the second movie as well.
Well, that's opinion, but it's kind of, okay. But yeah, they could do anything really with them. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. Listen, I never go into not looking forward to them. You know, always look forward to the Marvel stuff. Hasn't disappointed me so far. It's got a better. It's got a very good. It's got a great conversion rate, shall we say?
Unlike a certain person.
Yeah, well, we don't talk about that, but yeah.
Well, that's because the guy you're talking about is always injured.
I didn't hear Will's. Will, what did you think of the finale?
It was good, although I wanted more.
What did you want?
I wish that the finale was set up better. I thought the finale itself was good, but I really didn't like the episode before. I feel like they took the whole subplot about Sam being poor. I think took up way too much of the story. I think after the fight, there's about a 22 minute period where it's about the plot of his family being poor. They could have set up the finale a lot better. Delve deep. I still don't really. We didn't know much about Carly. I still don't think. All we knew about is that she was a super soldier that lost a few people. Again, I don't think they handled her character that well. But apart from that, it was good. It was a good series overall. I prefer it to WandaVision, if I'm being honest. I don't know if that's just because of. I don't even think it. See, it's difficult because if you look at both of them objectively, I think it's quite hard to pick which one I like more or I think's better. But I like Falcon and Winter Soldier a lot more than WandaVision, if you get what I mean. It's like, for example, there's some films out there that I think are better than some of my favourite films, but I like my favourite films more.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add to it, or is that all?
Yeah, I really like John Walker, and I'm quite. I know this might be a bit unpopular. I'm quite excited for what they might do with him in the future. I'm not necessarily dying to see any new content with Falcon or whatever, but I'm sort of looking forward to it.
Okay, is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. Sans is back, and here's a question for you all. Would you rather be part of the Flash family or the Superman family?
Superman.
So Superman
Superman.
has was it Lois Lane, Superboy, Supergirl. Apparently there's a Superdog, and you also have Lex Luthor, Brainiac, Doomsday.
Lex Luthor. That's me.
Whereas Flash has
Yeah, there's Crypto the Superdog. Yeah.
Flash has Zoom, Reverse Flash, Kid Flash, stuff like that. Flash is not really that interesting, actually.
Mm.
Barring the shows, but yeah, if you guys want to answer that question.
Superman.
Flash.
Superman.
Okay, why Flash, Andrew?
He's a more interesting character.
Okay.
He has a, for me, he has a, I think he has a more interesting rogues gallery as well. Plus, he can travel back in time. Can do, No, Superman. I know Superman has super speed, but I never liked Superman because he's just got too many powers. I mean, I just don't. I just think he's just so boring as well.
He's like
so,
the Roman. Well, he's like face Roman Reigns in WWE.
No,
So that's why Roman Reigns uses a Superman punch.
But no, I just don't. I just don't know. I like all his other players in there as well. I think Supergirl's boring as well.
True. I get what you mean. It's the
and I don't want a frigging super dog.
I get what you
Superman
mean.
is a cool dog.
I get what you mean, because with Superman it's hard.
Yeah, I mean,
because he's so powerful, it's hard to write a good story with him unless it's about the end of the world or it's him stopping because someone's died close to him.
Or it's Prime. It's I know how I'm going to defeat Superman. I just need to get this green rock. Do you know what I mean? That's his main. That's the main issue, I think. I've never really. Superman's always been
too one-dimensional.
It's just I like heroes that have minimum powers or just one power. Yeah, just something like that.
It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about, for example, if you're reading a Batman story, even though it is Batman, so he is more than likely going to win. The fact that he's human, there's that risk factor. With Superman, unless he's fighting. Unless he's fighting
unless he's fighting what's his
Doomsday
face?
or something.
Yeah, exactly, Doomsday, unless he's fighting Doomsday.
Or Apocalypse. You don't get a threat.
Yeah.
Or unless it's like Injustice where he's gone crazy for some reason. You don't get a good story with Superman. It's hard to show his humanity. But when you do have a story with his humanity, it's one of the best.
Yeah, whereas like the Flash has still got super speed, but he can be killed. He can be killed.
In theory, yeah.
And sometimes he's not fast enough. Do you know what I mean? He's not fast enough to affect things. He might get there. There's always these things too late. He's not going to be. He's not got super hearing where we'll get there on time with his flying or lasers that come out of his eyes or super strength, or when he sneezes he blows a block tower over or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So.
Andrew, have you read the comics with the Flash and when he goes?
I have to admit, the Flash for me comes from a more TV side.
Yeah,
and the animation side.
Yeah,
I've always liked that because I don't like Quicksilver. If they could do a transfer, I'd love to put the Flash in the MCU because he's got the personality that fits the MCU. Do you know what I mean? It's more fits the MCU than it does the DC universe. That's why he was always like in the Arrowverse. The show's got a bit darker now. It's a couple of years, but he was always the light. It was always the lighter, funnier, scientific, the sci-fi side.
You
But
don't
imagine
like
how boring the Super League family would be. Not family, but the Super League would be without Flash, though. It would
Yeah,
just be,
exactly. Yeah, but
So,
I take that sacrifice. But
You
yeah,
gotta get them something to fight with, man. Do you know what I mean? Mine
yeah,
was
but
obviously
even,
clear.
even
but-
like, have you guys played Injustice on
occasionally.
PlayStation? I mean, I don't really like the graphics in the game, like how the characters are. But my favorite is always playing like as the Flash
Yeah,
or the Reverse Flash.
Wait, guys, I have a question. So
Yeah.
does Will have a Star Wars DP because we're going to talk about Star Wars? Or not?
He wants to talk about it desperately. It's probably one of the shows we'll do on the Nexus very soon. So I don't know what he's going to do, but he has.
Take this L, Will, man. We're not
He
talking
wants to
about
talk about Star Wars very badly,
Star
so we'll do that very soon. But yeah, oh, we got Charaslins in the chat. Okay,
Yay,
nice.
Velvish one.
No,
Oh, sorry, did I expose him?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it is Velvish one.
No,
Oh, Slens. I didn't
Slens!
know it was. You ruined it.
He doubled it.
What?
He doubled down.
He would have gotten away with it if
Yeah, he
it
would've
wasn't for that
gotten away with
meddling
it.
kid.
What do you mean? He didn't DM me, so I have no loyalty towards him.
See,
If he DM me, I would have shot up, but he didn't DM me.
I don't know.
What
I don't know if it's Velvishine or not. I'm not admitting. to
What happened?
anything, so.
Obviously, by your reaction, we all know it is.
No, I stubbed my toe. So,
What happened?
twice. Nothing.
Hello, Prime. Hello, Prime.
He's
Hello,
trying,
Prime.
he's
How are
trying
you?
to out people. He's trying to out people. Prime.
I just, okay. Whatever.
That sounds horrible.
But yeah, I mean, what about you? Your guys' side? You picked Superman, did you?
Yeah,
All right, tell me why.
I don't like the Flash. I don't like. I mean, okay. To be fair,
Yeah,
I feel a bit bad for Ezra Miller a little bit with what he was given in the.
it's not my Flash.
Yeah, okay,
Hashtag not my
I
flash.
think I've never been interested in the Arrowverse or any of those series. I think they're fucking bland. So,
Not
That's what-
true. Not true.
and I
not
love
true.
Henry Cavill. So
Oh, Henry Cavill's.
Oh, get over it.
yeah,
he's
the
a good actor. It's not his fault. He's giving
Yeah.
shit.
The most
shit
important,
material.
the most interesting thing about him in the Justice League films was the top lip.
He
That's
was
the most
wait a minute.
interesting
Oh,
part.
Andrew, he was great in Fallout.
Oh,
Watch him in a
Andrew.
good film.
That was Mission Impossible, not the Justice League.
Yeah, and I said I like him as an actor.
Up yours. There we go. Those are our choices between
Although
Superman.
I wouldn't pick any of them if I had the choice.
Who would
Really.
you pick?
I mean, my favorite DC.
I
mean-
I was so underwhelmed by Batman. v
Yes.
Superman.
Me and you
Yes.
both. Me and you
Yes.
both, girl.
Yeah.
Yes. Even the Ultimate cut, you're still underwhelmed by
It
it.
sucked ass. It sucked
Yeah,
ass.
even though it made more sense, it still sucked.
You tell.
Suctitude.
You tell
That's
him.
it.
Nah,
It's-
I,
it was-
I like
Just,
him.
just watching Henry Cavill try to act as well. Oh my god.
Oh,
It's not going to trigger. I don't care.
it's like trying to bring a piece of wood to life. That's what it is.
That's possible.
I
Guys.
I like Batman v Superman.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I think it's better than what people think it is.
Prime,
it's
you
not
just
bad,
want
it's
to
not
you want to
bad.
be controversial. You want to be controversial.
No, it
Go
is
on.
better. I do like it. It is better than what I think people think it is.
Tell us why.
Well, with what aspect? I think Jesse Eisenberg. So it's not the Lex Luthor you guys all think. I think it's a lot closer to the interpretation than what people would see. Also, it makes sense because this whole Zack Snyder verse, especially with the Superman, is supposed to make sense and fit in modern day society. So someone like Lex Luthor being kind of obsessed with gods, the whole line of if you're all good, you can't be all powerful. If you're all powerful, you cannot be all good. And obsessed with exposing this false god. It makes perfect sense, actually. And there are a lot of people like that in the world who are not. There are a lot of people like that in the world. The whole Batman being people saying Batman kills. Well, yes, because this is old man Batman, and if you have if you've read the comments and you've seen the way Batman ages and the older he gets, and especially when he loses the people close to him and he gets a bit dark, like that has happened in the comics. So it's not the Batman it's not Christopher Nolan's Batman, but it probably is kind of as close to an interpretation of Christopher Nolan's Batman as possible. If Batman, after 20, 30 years, he'd lost the likes of Robin, they're losing people close to him and getting to a point where he's kind of given up hope and he's just becoming a bit of a brute force.
Can I ask you a question, Prime? And this might sound. I need to say, I'm not. This might sound. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything. Is your point that it's a great fit for the DCEU, or do you think it's a really well made film, or both?
I just answered that question.
Okay. So you think it's?
I think it make it the context. Like I said, context of what Zack Snyder was trying to do, the DCEU or the Snyderverse. It makes the Batman v Superman makes sense. I think it is a good movie. It's definitely a lot better than what people think it is. It's not perfect. It's not amazing per se, but it is good, and it's a lot better than what people think. I don't think it's bad or anything. I think it's a lot of hidden meaning and subliminals that maybe some people just didn't get or understand, and I guess that's fair. I think it's because people didn't like the takes of certain characters, which I guess fair enough, but then again, that's your personal bias. And like the Superman in the Snyderverse is not, the old Superman movies. It's not that sort of Superman, and maybe because I didn't grow up watching those movies, I don't have that sort of bias. But it's not that sort of old man Superman. This is not the Batman where it's not Batman Begins, or it's not the Dark Knight sort of Batman. It's not Lex Luthor from Smallville. It's a different interpretation of these characters set in modern day societies if they were to exist. I think if the Batman, I think, and maybe it's how the DCU was planned, to be fair, but if there were 2-3 movies given for Batman in the Snyderverse where you got to see an arc up for him getting to that dark point in Batman v Superman, I think it'd make perfect sense and people would not complain. If you probably got another Superman movie before going to Batman v Superman, maybe it would make a lot more sense and people would not complain and they'd understand. But me personally, I don't have a problem with that. I like it.
Fair enough.
Well said.
And the same with the Justice League is, as we saw from the Snyder Cut, a lot of the problems people have with the original Justice League movie is not solely down to Zack Snyder.
Batman.
And again, I'm not the biggest fan of Zack Snyder necessarily because I haven't watched all of his movies. The only other movie I've watched was Watchmen. I think Zack Snyder is kind of like egotistical as well as a director, but I do think he is great at what he does. And I think if he was obviously you wouldn't be able to go this dark, but if he was making a movie in the MCU and being given the freedom, I think people would praise him a lot more because he'd be allowed to enact his vision and people would be saying it's one of the best movies in the MCU because of how great of a director he is. But because it's with Warner Brothers, and like look at what they did for Suicide Squad. They made a very good movie based on the trailers anyway, but because they edited the movie like a trailer, and the movie came out looking very, very bad. People critiqued it on David Ayer, which when it's not really his fault. The same with the Justice League that came out because there was a death in Snyder's family, and they brought in a different director with a different complete tone, which is how he directs, to finish the movie. The movie ended up looking very bad and very patchy.
Yeah, Batman
So-
v Superman is definitely better than Joss Whedon's Justice League.
Yeah, but it's not that hard. I think people should probably go back and just watch the films with no bias and watch videos that actually explain the problems that you have with the movie. Watch videos that actually explain them properly. That way you can have an unbiased interpretation of the film. I'm not even saying you have to like it, but to say that it's bad because of your personal bias as opposed to giving an actual neutral opinion of it is like, I don't agree with that.
Then again, there are videos out there which will counterpoints, etc.
Yeah, but that's about everything.
Yeah,
That's why I'm saying get a different point of view, because I originally didn't like Man of Steel or Batman v Superman because I had questions about it, but I watched videos that answered said questions, and now I understand them a lot better. And it makes more sense now, especially watching Schneider's Justice League cut. Everything makes a lot more sense leading up to it.
yeah, I guess.
Sorry, that was a long answer. But, yeah.
It's
Although-
what it is, man.
Zack Snyder's Justice League was just meh. Looking back,
7.5 out of 10.
I liked it. It's because it's long. Because it's a 4-hour film, 5-hour
Yeah.
film. It's because it's very long. That's why.
Yeah.
And because a lot of scenes were just droned on and were extended. But as an actual movie, if it was filtered down to like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, it is a good movie. And plus, there's supposed to be a sequel added onto that. So it'd be like if Infinity War just ended like that, but there's no end game afterwards. I don't think it would be that great of a movie.
That's true. I agree with that.
Yeah.
DC just they fuck themselves over so many times.
Andrew, I just put you in a spliff about that movie, by the way. I'm right.
Okay. So
No, we didn't ask.
smoking the Andrew pack.
We didn't ask.
No.
Smoking the
You
Andrew
want my
pack.
response? You
We
want my
didn't ask.
response? No. You.
We didn't ask.
Prime, are you smoking the Andrew,
Andrew,
pack?
I want Andrew's response now.
So
I've been smoking the Andrew pack.
let's see this. Let's see this wonderful this interpretation of this film.
I didn't say wonderful. Don't twist my words.
Okay.
See what he's trying to do.
Okay. So you got an underwhelming Superman, miserable, walking around, doesn't really want to do anything, doesn't like what he's doing, is not really being heroic, anything like that. Walking around, not doing anything much. You got a grizzled old Batman. That's fine. It was actually probably the best part of the film. I do actually like the opening of the film when Batman's running through the Metropolis and it's bringing it down. I actually like that view of the film. Lex Luthor. This is one of the worst castings in comic book history of a Lex Luthor character. They play.
Wait, castings or?
Hang on.
I just have. Okay, sorry, never mind.
Oh, sorry. Go on then. What casting?
No. Is it? Do you mean casting as in the actor or how
Yes.
it was portrayed?
The actor.
Okay, but do you have a problem with the character?
There are some the way it was. Yeah, I mean, there's a part of it where he walks to the alien ship.
Yeah.
He's just literally he's only walking on when he's got access to it, and they play this over loud, monstrous operatic music. Like he's like.
That's not him. That's not him.
No,
But yeah, okay.
no, but it's part of it. But you know when he's like,
I agree with you on the character. There could have been a better actor. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But,
They wasted that Mercy character because if anyone knows what Mercy's like, as she is his assistant, the Asian lady, the character Cassie, I believe it's called. I'm sorry, Mercy. Sorry. She's a lethal. He turns her into a lethal bodyguard. Wasted, gone, stuff like that. The dude, The whole Doomsday, the Doomsday, the design of Doomsday looks like a wasted, looked like someone, a 5-year-old had written in for a Hulk competition,
Looks
and
like
they decided to put it on the screen. They had to always point out, because they got so much heat in Man of Steel for so many people dying, when in Metropolis, when two ultimately strong aliens were crashing around, but they still felt the heat back. That they had to say during the film that where Doomsday was, no one's down here anymore. They've all gone home. There's no one here. Everyone will be fine. Everyone will be safe. Like I said, I do like the Batman stuff. The action scenes with Batman is my favorite bit of it. I know what everyone's going to say. The Martha thing is stupid. I don't
It's
like
understandable.
Prime. I don't
Wait,
like.
Andrew, just between your words quickly.
I got to land this.
I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna head off now.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch next week. I'm gonna watch the Winter Falcon. I'll see you guys next week. Yeah.
All right. Okay, man.
No, please, Andrew.
I don't like how Gotham and Metropolis are literally just a river away from each other. They should be like New York and how New York and Chicago are in the States. They should be that distance away. I don't like the lady who played Lois Lane. I just don't like her.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't like her for that. I don't like the way they introduced the rest of the Justice League. How that was done.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It makes me angry thinking about this film. Actually, especially
Andrew, you haven't even got into the script yet.
Is that? But okay, before you get into the script, the problems that you have. Okay, so how they introduced the other Justice League characters again. That is a. They wanted to just get a Justice League movie out as quickly as possible. The build-up is bad, but that's mainly their problem or their fault. The Superman, there's not. Okay, Andrew, do you ever feel like you're lost in the world and that you don't fit in? You don't know what your life goal is or whatever. Yes.
Yeah. This is getting deep.
Cool. So, do you not think a superpowered being that was brought up on this planet to be human would not feel the same way? Especially when some people are saying that he should be. It seems like everyone has an opinion on what he should be.
No, I understand. It's just they can strike a balance. But Batman's supposed to be the dark side of it. The dark side of it, right? But Superman. I'm not asking to be cheesy and cheeseball or anything. I'm just looking for a lighter side. He's supposed to represent the light, in the hero. And he was moping around like an emo kid, man. He was moping, he was like but however, he has. I know he may be wearing the suit, but he hasn't become Superman yet. The Superman we know, the joyous, the hope, the shining beacon. He hadn't become Superman up until
Justice League.
Yeah. Up until the Justice League movie, that was when he became Superman.
And even to be fair, I'm actually going to back Prime's point here. Although, and it might not make sense because I'm fucking tired. I'm half asleep. Yeah, but one of the problems I have with the Justice League is how quick Superman transitions from this, which is a little bit of a problem in both films, I guess. But the transition from he's this dark, like he's lost. He's not the Superman we know yet. Into this happy man, saving family, taking videos for kids, etc. It just the snap of that. He died, and then he's come back. 20 minutes later, he's saving families and giving them photos and helping them with a school project. Fuck off. Honestly, fuck right off. It's a joke.
And you're probably. Again, that goes down to a Warner Brothers problem. If they gave time to have proper character development, building up to a Justice League movie, it would make a lot more sense. It'd be like going from, say, the first Iron Man film and cutting out, say, 50% of the films in the MCU up on.
Yeah.
So that's not a great movie.
South
I just
Park
don't-
That doesn't make
True.
that doesn't make a great movie, does it? Because it's
I
all
just don't
jumpy
think-
and jumpy.
I think what I see, I'm one of those rare people. I don't like Man of Steel. I don't like it.
I actually don't.
Man of Steel.
Yeah, I don't like
I
it
like
because there's no even in that film. Even look at the color scheme in that film. It's very
It's dark, isn't it?
it's dark. I just
Yeah, that's and
do you know
to be
it's
fair, Prime, I don't
I'm sorry. It's after a while you go. I need some brightness. You know,
True-
even just
true,
in the color
Andrew,
scheme.
but-
I just even his suit in that film's darker. Do you know what I mean? It's like
but
yeah.
But
As
what's
Prime-
wrong with
as
being
Prime,
what's wrong with being dark?
No, it's not that Prime. It's just after a while. It's basically it was like 2 films straight of him being. And I know things have happened to him. I understand that, but I just needed some like
But
relief.
that's
from
the
it.
world. That's the Superman in this world. That's the world the world we live in is dark. It's not always bright and
I don't
bright.
think Zack Snyder serves Superman well. Just don't think.
Yeah,
he
but
serves
to-
a Batman well.
To get to the super. Well, yes, but maybe he then shouldn't have directed the
Yeah,
Superman
he should-
movies. But
yeah.
that is a Warner Brothers problem then, because they're the one
true,
who hired.
true Prime, true
Well,
Prime.
It's a thing of hold on. It's a thing of Superman in this world. In order to become the beacon of light,
Mm.
he needs to go through and experience bad things. Why is it like this is getting deep? Why is it that you notice in life it's always the happiest people in the world are always the people who go through the worst stuff. So he needs to go through those bad things or he needs to go through being lost and finding out where he fits in the world in order to become the Superman we all know and love.
Yeah.
The thing
But
I'd say
again,
is
that a lot of it is down to a Warner Brothers problem, but we're not giving proper character
yeah,
development.
exactly. It's a Warner Brothers
So-
problem. The argument isn't if you made an argument here for saying why it's not Zack Snyder's fault that some of these films have come across as bad as they are, is a perfect argument. It's just me, Andrew and I. Well, I'm speaking on behalf of you, Andrew here, but me and Andrew and I know that it's a Warner Brothers problem. But if you're looking from a film making and an arc creating a world building standpoint, it is not consistent. It's quite awfully paced. It can be quite boring. That could be Warner Brothers' fault. It's not necessarily Zack Snyder's fault. If you made an argument to say why it's not Zack Snyder's fault and why he's a good director, it's a perfect argument. It's just and then the faults are on Warner Brothers. That's fair.
I
enough.
do think, but again, I've said that, but I do think the movies. I haven't said they're amazing, but I do think they are better than what people think that they are. Because I've heard people saying that they're terrible movies and stuff. They're not terrible. They are good. Are they as good as even half the movies in the MCU? But probably not all of them. No, but are they? Does that mean they're not good movies? Because they are still good movies. But again, a lot of the issues people have is just to say it's a Warner Brothers problem. The MCU would have the same issues if they had the same treatment.
But from an
So I don't
objective
think
filmmaking
it's-
standpoint, you've got from an objective filmmaking standpoint, there's still glaring issues which can hinder it.
Well, not necessarily, because then you have to take away your issues. Because by saying for Andrew saying he doesn't like that it's dark. Well, yeah, that's fine. I don't like in Man of Steel the color palette either. But I understand it because that is the world we live in. The world we live in is dark and it's grey and it's gloomy. So I understand it.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. Of course things like that can be subjective as well. I do get that.
I guess it's Zack Snyder's. I like Zack Snyder's stuff. I like his Dawn of the Dead stuff. He's got a new zombie thing coming out on Netflix with Dave Bautista soon. I like his Watchmen stuff because, but I guess it's just I didn't like his portrayal of certain characters in this. I mean, even like Wonder Woman's one is very, I don't know. But then you look at Patty Jenkins, who did the first Wonder Woman film, very bright. I like that. I like pieces of the Aquaman film. I like it visually. I like
But
Jason
But
Momoa.
it,
I like
but
Jason
it
Momoa.
goes to show. It goes to show, for example, the fact of the actors working on the movie. They love Zack Snyder,
I know.
but they don't like Josh Whedon. So it goes to show that they do think he is good. And I mean, it's a shame, but if Warner Brothers actually cared,
Yeah.
like all the little problems, whether it's Warner Brothers, and it's listen, I'm not saying Zack Snyder is faultless. He has made he could have made a few better decisions in maybe in some scripts or in some character development. But but again, it's kind of hard to do much when you're pigeonholed. So if he was given proper time,
Mm.
to build proper arcs, and again, if he wasn't doing it all by himself,
Yeah.
then it'd be a thing of there's no excuses, and you can actually build a proper cinematic universe.
I know
But
why
then-
Ray Fisher liked Zack Snyder's because he actually gave him a fucking story. He gave
Yeah,
some
but it's not.
actual
It's
story.
yeah, but it's obviously because it was a good story.
Plus, they have no.
That's
They have
probably the
no.
best thing
They
I've
don't
got.
have their version of Kevin Feige over there. So, and Kevin Feige before he didn't do an MCU.
Well-
Worked as a producer on 13 superhero films. So the X-Men
Well,
stuff.
Zack Schneider was supposed to be that.
He was, but
Feige-
the difference is Feige's a producer, right? He's not also directing these films. There's a set story. There's a set story throughout while you're doing these films. There has to be some type of connection on most of these films or television series now to the whole to either something that's happened before or something just right now or leading on to something. It's just they should have just copied. I don't care if they would have been accused of copying. Just do the Marvel way and just introduce them individually or so we can have a better liking to these characters.
I'll never forgive. This is away from Zack Snyder though. I'll never forgive Joss Whedon for some of the fucking, some of the dialogue in the first Justice League. Oh my god!
Well, yeah, he tried to apply. Yeah, because he was trying to apply what he did in the MCU to apply it to his own version and Zack Snyder's
Which is
version
so
as well, and it
stupid.
just doesn't work with like
Exactly.
I don't
You
want
can't-
I don't want my Batman to be quippy. I don't want him to be like
But
Tony
the thing
Stark.
is,
You know what I mean?
but the thing is, there's even nothing wrong with that. But the tone of this universe doesn't
It's not- yeah.
suit the MCU.
Of course, that's why.
So
it's
it would. So it would. That's why, unless they were making a completely new movie that they allowed Whedon to actually make a brand new movie, then I wouldn't have a problem with that. But they didn't do that. They just said, finish what he did, but do what you want.
This
Exactly.
is a random. This is a random scene which I hate
Is it a random scene?
in the Justice League. Yeah, which I
Okay.
fucking hate because
100.
Batman was almost a murderer here. Almost a murderer. You know when he meets
He's a murderer.
the Flash,
Yeah.
and the Flash denies it's him or whatever. Imagine it wasn't the Flash. Imagine it just that little chance it wasn't the Flash.
No,
He's
do you know-
gonna- he's
Do you know
fucking
why?
dead.
No. Do you know why that wouldn't happen? He's the world's greatest detective, bro. Okay. The world's greatest detective. He doesn't get stuff wrong. He doesn't get stuff wrong. And even then, if he did, he's a billionaire. He just hide the body wherever he wants.
Pay
You know what I
off
mean?
everyone.
Yeah, just done. It was in a little warehouse. No one's going to check that out, are they? You know what I mean? Done. Done. So he's done. So even if you got it wrong, I mean, it's done. But yeah, yeah. How we got on to? Well,
Well,
that's the
this
ran-
guy-
that's the
this
ran-
guy
that's the
figured out
random
who's-
of this show.
This guy figured out who Superman is. Do you think he's not going to know?
Yeah,
the difference?
exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's not gonna, yeah. He's not going to know the Flashes. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, we knew who Superman was, so technically Batman's on the same wavelength
It-
as us.
yeah.
So.
yeah, but we're the audience. It's not like we're not stalkers following around going, oh yeah, it's them.
Oh, so Mason Mount knew who Superman is, and I meant to think that he has bad.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay.
Kazi racist, Monsters Channel clothing due to channel racist.
What?
No, it's not close. What? It's not close.
I don't know, but okay.
Yeah. It's on right now. It's not closing. Oh no, wait. They
No,
had
maybe
to take.
Kelly said something.
They had. To, I
What?
know they had to. Yeah, I'm not going to say stuff on it. So it's not. It's not the. Yeah, it's not
You
for
froze.
that. So did I freeze?
You froze for me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm saying this. We're not going to discuss stuff like that on a live stream.
I don't even
It's
know
just,
what's
it's just
happened.
not. We don't know any. We don't know any of the information or anything. It's not our. It's not our place to do it. So, and this isn't the. This isn't like the type of stream to discuss. We don't discuss other streams like that anyway. So
No, it's not football related.
yeah, or other streams or anything like that.
Who would win in a fight out of the Emperor and Thanos?
Oh,
I don't know who that is, but
Thanos would destroy him.
You never know. That old man, he's got a few tricks under his sleeve.
It's an old dude with lightning from Star Wars.
And excellent lightsaber skills, to be fair. If you get him in his prime.
Shall we end this now?
Yeah.
I don't want to discuss. You're well done, Will. You
yeah,
bought
I
this.
was
Well done,
gonna.
Will. You bought it. Ah, okay. Yeah. Shall we end the stream right now? Because I'm very tired. I want to get some sleep. And there's big football. There is big football matches tomorrow. So
Yeah, like the Mickey Mouse Cup final. Yeah.
maybe, but we will get better with the Nexus, guys. We will. I said it nearly every week, but we will get better. We will get better with the Nexus, guys. You know, I think it's easier maybe for us to post stuff nearer the weekend than it is sometimes midweek, but we will aim to get stuff like maybe one video at least in midweek and save most of our stuff for the weekend. But you know, yeah, that's it. Shall we wrap, Prime?
Oh yeah, I wanted to end this like 4 minutes ago. The Emperor stuff was bad.
All right, yeah. Bye.